started talking, we were kids, and I knocked down all of your marbles, but you did not seem to mind at all. We took our bikes to the lake after school each day and skipped many stones from the beach, and one thing you said was, listen, I will have your back always. And now we're grown up, I don't really see enough. There's too much to be done, it's no fun. But even if we're far apart, I know where we belong. Haven't changed a bit in my heart. Your words have never been wrong. You are my own safety zone. You're solid like a granite stone. It came very sudden today when we moved away from what had been our home since forever. I was scared then, so scared that I would lose you. But you called me up right after I touched the ground. You wanted to hear that I got there all safe and sound, and you said, I know we're gonna stay the same. And now we're grown up, I don't really see enough. There's too much to be done, it's no fun. But even if we're far apart, I know where we belong. Haven't changed a bit in my heart. Your words have never been wrong. You are my own safety zone. You're solid like a granite stone. I know where we belong. My own safety zone. Haven't changed a bit in my heart. Your words have never been wrong. My own safety zone. If I ever said enough times, I can never let you go when you're not mine.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard, and welcome back to our world adventure. Excuse me while I just adjust my chair so that I'm not sitting slumped over. Yeah, welcome back to our world adventure, and welcome to the Detour Part 1, which is a series that we will do alongside this world adventure, where we basically explore parts of the world that are inaccessible via any other form of transport other than boat, and we will fly them. Now, this means that we'll be flying these locations without access to airports or anything like that, and I just feel like that adds to the curiosity and the challenge. Another thing to keep in mind is that some of these places, some of the photo imagery may not be amazing, simply because they are some of the most remote locations in the world. You know, to not have an airport kind of means you are in the middle of nowhere. So there is that thing to consider as well. I do hope that tonight's is at least worthwhile in certain positions, and honestly, so far the scenery looks quite good behind me. You know, the nice mountain. Excuse the dog trying to get involved in the commentary in the background. I might just have to sort that out. 2 seconds. There we go, where was I? Oh yes, at the, so hopefully we should see some good stuff. Over there, and very much in the distance anyway, I can see what appears to be some really nice snow-capped cliffs, and also some really interesting, questionable scenery. But that's part of the fun, I guess, in using Big Nap's photogrammetry. So whilst I do wait for everybody to get set up, because it will obviously take people a little bit of time, because you will start at 1,500 feet in the air when you do load up the flight plan, simply because there is nowhere to land as such. So you will either have to come down from 1,500 feet and place your aircraft on the water, or if you've got an aircraft that runs on skis, you'll need to obviously put it on some snow or ice, or if you're in a helicopter, well, you'll need to put that down on the flattest possible land that you can. You're at 15,000 feet, Black Evo. Now that's interesting. I was 100% at 1,500 feet. Engines are not happy. Yeah, I wonder why. You know, I was at 1,500 feet. I just had to bring it down. Okay, so it turns out it's a bit of a lucky dip on what altitude you might be at here. Sean's got 35,000 feet. Good old Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm actually considering for the next one of these, and I didn't have the opportunity to do it before this one, but for the next one of these, I'm actually considering putting a waypoint or an airport marker in each of these locations that doesn't have an airport, basically as a place where we can just spawn in at, you know, on the water or on land for helicopters and planes, just to make setting up flight plans so much easier. Bruden, we are at South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. There is no waypoints or locations or anything to spawn in on. The custom waypoint fly plan is in the Discord. Speaking of which, I should get the chat bot sorted for this one, because I'm pretty sure Bruden's not going to be the only one who has questions about this, and that's fair enough. Hello? What the hell happened there, Streamlabs? Fair enough. You were at 25,000 feet, Black Evo. That's interesting. No worries, Bruden. All good, mate. Shouldn't be too difficult in your helicopter to find a spot to jump in at. I mean, there's just over here, there's little places where you can land. My God. Sean and Black Evo coming in from space. Okay, so where is the chatbot? Why didn't you come up? Ah, there we go. That's better. Just put the information into the flight plan thing. So tonight's route is start by spelling things correctly. South Georgia, South Sandwich Islands, custom flight plan in Discord. Do that, bring that down like so, do that. I'm just verbalizing everything I'm getting up to here. I do apologize for that, but and that. Cool. Okay, and hello, Mr. Dan Random. Welcome to the stream. So whilst everyone who is coming in gets themselves set up, I'll give you a quick bit of information about this remote location. So South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands is a British overseas territory in the southern Atlantic Ocean. It is a remote and inhospitable collection of islands consisting of South Georgia and a chain of smaller islands known as the South Sandwich Islands. It is 165 kilometres long, 35 kilometres wide, and its closest habited location is the Falkland Islands, which is 1,300 kilometres or 810 miles away. So they are... The South Sandwich Islands are uninhabited. A very small, non-permanent population resides on South Georgia. There are no scheduled passenger flights or ferries to or from the territory, although visits by cruise liners to South Georgia are increasingly popular, with several thousand visitors each summer. So, it doesn't even list a population. Yeah, basically nobody lives there. It's a lump of ice and stuff in the middle of the South Atlantic Ocean, and it's covered in glaciers. And so in this flight we are not going to venture down to the South Sandwich Islands, because the South Sandwich Islands are another 700 kilometres, 430 miles southeast of where we are. And if anything is to go by from the Bing Maps view from in the Microsoft Flight Simulator map, you won't see shit. It's really poor photography as you get further south again. So we'll just stick to South Georgia because there seems to be something to look at. 800 miles from the Falklands, in a south... I think I just... Let me just... Sorry. West. So the Falkland Islands are 810 miles west from here. So they are 810 miles east from the Falkland Islands. There, Brood. Okay. Let's have a look at... also, I would like to say huge shout out to Oz Flight Simmer. Usually I would wait for his streams to finish before I start streams like this, but as he mentioned earlier on, he will potentially be streaming until 1 AM or later, and he just sort of said to me, just go ahead and stream. So I okayed it with him, and just to make sure, and that's why I went ahead and did it. So usually I wouldn't try and do this, but especially the Aussies, we don't want to be hanging around here until, after 2 AM for a scenic flight. So, yeah, anyway, Mr. Black Evo, g'day mate, welcome to the stream, pleasure to have you here. Oliver, absolute pleasure to have you here, good sir. As you know, I'm working on getting that Democracy 4 video sorted for you. That will go up straight after this stream, so will Grand Theft Auto Nostalgia Series video. Blackadder says he's just loading up. G'day Blackadder mate, welcome to the stream, pleasure to have you here. Mr. Sean Dale is just coming in there now, he'll be there in a minute. G'day Sean, welcome to the stream mate. Vruden says good morning pilots. G'day Vruden, hope you are doing well, hope the 5 AM wake up for yourself wasn't too brutal. Not for myself, because I saw you over at Shane's stream. David Ross says, g'day everyone. G'day David, welcome to the stream, mate. Absolute pleasure to have you here. I think I already said hello to Dan Rannon before, but I'll say hello again. Welcome. Zach's Gaming Lab, what is the Detour? It is the, where we go to places that are uninhabited and do not have do not have airport access. So, yeah. Basically, we have to go about it in a different way, where we have to use helicopters and water aircraft and sort of just hope and pray for the best. Fozzie says, "G'day lads." G'day Fozzie, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well. Oliver, I have not had to think about that yet. I've been doing a lot of video planning with people to release videos within the sim in the coming weeks. So, but I absolutely 100% will look more into that hopefully sometime this week. Black Evo's forgotten the Widgeon doesn't turn on water. Oh yeah, yikes. Where are the brakes? I'm not sure, Sean. I'm not sure. And Lonsky says, "I'll be here for a bit." Lonsky, mate, welcome to the stream. Absolute pleasure to have you along. Alright, let's spin the camera position here. So we've got Lonsky, we've got Black Evo, we've got Sean down. Blackadder is coming in. Vruden is on his way over. So basically we'll wait for Blackadder and Vruden to get themselves down. And we will then take off. We're going to be heading in the direction that I'm currently facing with the camera. And hopefully... Control W, Sean, does that not work for the water rudder on the Junkers? Hopefully we should get a good view of the glaciers. I guess the worst part here is potentially going to be the weather and the cloud coverage. That's going to make it difficult, alongside the fact that it is extremely windy because we are in the middle of the South Atlantic Ocean and we will be getting the polar winds, or the Antarctic winds, or whatever you want to call them. Obviously we need to be aware of icing. Especially if you're in the cloud area. I mean, currently out here over on the water, my aircraft says that it is -1 Celsius. So it's already -1 Celsius and we are at sea level. So the chance of icing is very, very strong. So do obviously make sure that you don't get stuck up in the clouds, because you're going to have a bad time. Alright, we are just waiting on Mr. Vruden to make his final movements, and then I believe that that is everyone that I can see in the general vicinity who is coming in to fly. If you are coming in to fly and you haven't said it in chat, please do let me know so that we don't bugger off without you. So this island I'm sitting next to is called Main Island, even though it actually isn't the main island of South Georgia. So that makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, if we're flying that way, go for it? Okay. So I am hoping that autopilot may be usable at some point, but obviously I'm not going to go and set that up straight away because not that much information available about elevation data and all that. So I don't really want to risk all that potential of running into a mountain if it can be avoided. Alright. Let's get some flaps in. And we will take off in the wrong direction. And then turn around and sort of try to head back over the top of Main Island. Now let's see how this goes, taking off on this rough water. So total flight time should be about an hour or so of scenic viewing. If we're filling up for it at the end of that, I'm more than happy to head somewhere, do some landing challenge stuff, or pilot skills challenge stuff, or whatever we want to refer to it as. Why is my aircraft saying don't sink? That's interesting. I mean, I'm not sinking. What are you sinking about? I'm not sinking. Alright, maybe I shouldn't be making that turn quite that fast, because otherwise there's going to be a situation of smasherooing into mountainsidey, and we don't really want that. So already I haven't even made it to the top of these mountains, and we're already reading -4 degrees outside. So if you do have de-ice on your aircraft, I recommend making use of it, because you might have a bad time otherwise. Why is my aircraft struggling so much? What is going on? There's absolutely no mixturing. Why was there no mixturing? Probably because this is not a place where you actually meant to fly on Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I'd say the sim doesn't actually know what to do. Alright, so that was just a mass of green grass. Fair enough. Although what I do see in front of me, beyond this Bing Maps texture complete mess that we can see directly in front of us, what I see beyond that is extremely promising for scenic enjoyment. So at the moment I'm just using one notch of flaps because I don't want to fly too fast here. I want to keep just a nice, you know, because I'm not going to be, I'm going to try, sorry, let me try that again. Sentence in English, construction, do you much not? Basically, yeah, I want to try and keep it at sort of this speed, a nice slow speed, the ability to sort of change direction nice and fast, don't want to climb too hard, don't want to fall out of the sky, maintain a good low speed control over any potential wind shear, etc, etc. So if you are flying a slowish aircraft, I may recommend keeping some flappage out, may be of benefit. So I'm not exactly sure what's occurred with Bing Maps up here with some of this terrain. I'm guessing that certain parts of this terrain are never ever seen by satellite, and the parts that are the parts that are visited by tourists. But it is certainly looking promising on the actual South Georgian island itself, let me tell you. Ooh, we had a little bit of a freeze there. That was going to be interesting. So I'm not actually sure I've ever flown anywhere this remote. Either both real life and in the sim. You know, to be flying over a completely uninhabited island except for a couple of people that probably obviously man any stations that may be situated on the island, probably related to the British Army and stuff like that. Blackadder has just spotted David Attenborough. Yeah, this is the kind of place where you would certainly see somebody like David Attenborough. Absolutely. Used to be a huge whaling station. Oh, I see. So they just whinged and moaned and complained all the time, did they, Sean? Just had a wailing good time. Ooh, I have to be careful here. This is a moisture-rich cloud that is going to potentially create moisture issues. It's already starting to create moisture issues because it's -7 degrees out there. Right. That's, maybe drop a little bit of altitude then here before we have a problem. Some serious updrafts coming out of those, or coming off of those cliffs, should I say. I need to try and drop out of this cloud. Come on, Cessna. Come on. Come on. Come on. Out of the clouds. There we go. So you can obviously see here what would be snow if the image quality was better. It looks, however, as though that once we get over here to the actual main South Georgia Island, or South Georgia Island, should I say, that there's actually some ice that people can land on as well. So if your aircraft is equipped with skis, you should be in for a good time. A little bit of ice formation, but nothing too crazy. Going a little bit off the flight plan that I made, but that's mainly just to avoid the ridges here and not have to climb back up into the cloud that causes such a problem with icing. Especially in this Cessna, which doesn't have the ice facility, it just has pitot heat. Yeah, wow, that the buffeting of the wind is pretty good, pretty intense at times. So, not that we can actually really see anything, but once we get over here onto South Georgia, I'll be able to give you a better rundown of what exactly we are flying over, you know, which glacier, which mountain, etc. At this point, nothing is labelled. So we are coming up though on what is called the Ice Fjord. So they thought long and hard about that name. It was some icy water. And they sat down and they had a meeting and they made many ideas and they decided to call it exactly what it is. Yeah, Iceberger Head Fozzie, that's exactly right. We might be able to complete a Titanic here. So at this point in time, I'm probably going to recommend against flying through the middle of South Georgia, because as you can see, there is a lot of low cloud cover. What we might do is we might head up here into where the scenery seems to improve quite significantly, and then we'll hook a right and follow follow it around and hope that at some point the weather is a little bit kinder to us so we can sort of make a break across the middle. Sean, unfortunately I don't think Orbex would ever do a nesh for a uninhabited island, and there's probably not many flight simmers, if any flight simmers, that would ever do much flying out here, let alone a stream. Obviously we are. We're a bit different here. However, would somebody do a freeware mesh for somewhere like this? Maybe. You would probably find that it would be a Arctic Islands freeware mesh, and it would include all uninhabited islands, whether they're at the north or the south of the world. You know, things like Pitcairn Island, just off the coast of Australia, you know, things like that. They would do Antarctica. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that someone like Orbex would certainly consider doing something like Antarctica. I think somebody has actually, or is developing, a Antarctica mesh currently, but don't hold me to that. I've just heard some rumours. So there is some ice below us here if you are interested in making a landing on that, if your aircraft has skis or if you have a helicopter. Bruden. But the photography of this part of South, which is actually South Georgia, is much, much better. So, they've done it. Oh, I must have missed that stream, Sean. That's interesting. Does make me laugh though that the autogen scenery put trees on places like this, and I just get the feeling that the sheer low temperatures probably tells me that there wouldn't be this much tree growth occurring out here on this island. But hey, you do you, Microsoft Flight Simulator, you do you. So, looks as if the weather is going to be a little bit kinder to us on this side of the island. Found something in my eye. That is not my eyeball. The reason I'm glad that it appears as if the weather is going to be a little bit kinder to us out here is because we have a number of glaciers just through the middle part of the islands. Can we fly the Pitcairn Islands one day? Blackadder, we will definitely be flying the Pitcairn Islands. We will also be flying to Tokelau, which is another uninhabited location out in the Pacific that does not have airport, and there's a couple of, I think there's another island out there in the Pacific as well that doesn't have an airport that is uninhabited that we will also fly around. But absolutely, please, if there's, if you know, feel that there might be a location I'm going to miss or whatever when it comes to the detour, please, please, please do chuck it in the Discord. I would hate to miss a particular location. Can we fly to Central Asia? Oliver, it's definitely on the list. So right now I have flight plans, a general flight plan idea sorted out to the top of Japan. And that is like leg 220 something. So it's gonna be a while. But Absolutely, we'll be flying through Central Asia. Every single country in the world, every single incorporated territory, every single sovereign state, every single uninhabited location that is, you know, actually included within the sim, we will visit. Hence, World Adventure. It is literally going to be, by the end of this World Adventure in, 3 years plus time, whenever it is that we finish, you will have seen the whole world from the air, hopefully. Or as close as you possibly can. Yep, there is a lot of oil in Central Asia. That is very true, Oliver. Moments like this that I sort of wish that I'd brought the helicopter, because we'd be able to put the helicopter down here right now. Honey from the Pitcairn Islands is very tasty. Absolutely would be. Part of me cannot wait for the Pacific Ocean and the Pacific Islands, even though it does mean a lot of water flying again, like what we did in the Caribbean. It means a lot of small paradise atolls in the middle of nowhere with beautiful turquoise water surrounding them. So I guess, the water is going to be a little bit boring, but the end result, like in the Caribbean, will usually be absolutely phenomenal in every way, shape and form, and make it completely worthwhile. Getting a bit of stuttering over here, and I would say that's probably because they didn't expect people to be flying over here. But basically right now we are flying over Peters Glacier, so it shouldn't have trees all through it. A little bit more power than that to get anywhere. Seven months, holy shit, Blackadder. That's that is a long time to wait for some honey. Oh yeah, and this is looking at these locations, on steroids. That's exactly right, Sean. So I'm a little bit disappointed to see that they have auto-generated trees on a location like this. You wouldn't have trees on a glacier. As we fly over this ridge here, we're coming up on Price Glacier. And that's not Bryce, that is Price, as in the Price is Right Glacier. Which again, has trees all through it. Sean is at only 150 Fahrt, which I'm assuming is feet. In German, sings he's flying the Junkers. And Blackadder is now flexing in the chat. I must admit, for a location that South Georgia itself, not so much where we started, but for a location that probably doesn't have much data available, not bad. Not bad. Could definitely do with some work, but not bad. Sorry, Sean, what were you hoping would have been better, sorry? I'm a little bit lost of where you're going with that. So, as we overfly Price Glacier, we're making a slight left-hand turn here to go over Grace Glacier and Lucas Glacier, hoping to avoid icing up too much. Yes, Oliver, that is 100% the case. It is a one-to-one replica of the world. And Brett Plays says, "G'day all, g'day Brett. Welcome to the stream, mate. Welcome to South Georgia. And we're not in the United States of America, believe it or not." Stay down below the clouds, aircraft, or we're going to have a problem. Oh, did you suggest South Georgia and the Sandwich Islands, Sean? I'm not sure if you did, and if you asked me, the Falkland Islands was absolutely beautiful to fly into, and I honestly can't wait to fly over it again when we do fly out of the Falkland Islands on Tuesday evening. South Georgia, this was more an experiment to see South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, Brett, in the middle of the South Atlantic Ocean, almost 1,000 miles east of the Falkland Islands. But you've got nothing to be sorry about, Sean. This is, especially this island, as I was saying, for a location that probably has very little map data available, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Yeah, Brett, completely remote, uninhabited except for a couple of people who are obviously involved with the upkeep of the location itself. So, extremely remote. So that's Grace Glacier that we're flying over, not that you could really tell. And then I'm going to turn slightly to the right here, make our way across Lucas Glacier, and then we have a little bit of a break in glaciers as we fly towards Possession Bay. Yeah, it's very cold out there, Brett. I'm surprised. Like, look at the amount of ice that's occurring on the aircraft. I am at 2,400 feet and it is -5 out there. Yeah, I assumed that's what you meant, Blackadder. That's why I was like, oh, Blackadder's flexing in the chat. He's got honey and he's got artisan jewellery from one of the remote locations in the world. Do I have de-ice on that aircraft? No, I do not. Which is why I'm desperately now trying to lose some altitude again to not ice up. And I figure flying straight across the middle of Lucas Glacier here is probably my best bet for achieving that. As we get buzzed by Vruden in the helicopter. At least your blades are working this evening, Vruden, unlike the photo I took a couple of nights ago. Data. Unlike you, Sean, I'm British. I mean, I know I'm Australian, but we're basically the same thing, aren't we? Ooh, I'm going to screw myself here. Full power. Need full power. Oh Jesus, 500. Come on, come on. Up and over. You can do it, Cessna. Imagine crashing an aircraft out here. You'd be up shit creek without a paddle, that's for sure. And I'm going to have to very much drop down the altitude once I get out to the other side here. Otherwise, we're going to have a serious issue with icing. Yep, I would say that's exactly right why they call them skids, Gruden. Definitely no performance optimization out here though. The fact that I'm getting jitters and jerks in the frame rates goes to show that they didn't do any performance optimization out here. And I don't really blame them, as I already said, you know. Who's actually going to really fly here? Well, Indala Aviation is, that's for sure, in their Cessna 172. Yes, it is. I agree with you, Blackadder. It's I am missing having a DC-6 flying along with us. For anyone who doesn't have the DC-6, or has the DC-6 but feels too intimidated to fly it or whatever, thanks to the help of Black Evo, we'll be beginning a new series here on the channel called The Idiot's Guide, me being the idiot. Basically providing step-by-step instructions on how to fly study level or difficult aircraft within the sim in the most basic layman terms that I can possibly achieve, so that more people can enjoy what study level and payware aircraft have to offer. And we will be starting with the DC-6. Gonna have to go down and fly this Glacier Valley because the Cessna just cannot maintain what it needs to. As in, crashed a desktop there, Sean, or crashed into one of the mountains? Well, I mean, this is a perfect runway, isn't it? If he wanted to, what we're currently flying over. Yeah, I agree with you, Brett. For a as I was saying I've said a few times already, for a location that has very little Bing data probably available, it's pretty impressive, really. Oh, you flew into the ground. It's alright, it was a soft landing, Sean. It was just snow. There's a bit of an issue with icing. So right now in real life I'll be dead. Dan Random, I believe they are, mate. I believe they are. I posted a link in Live and Events, a few flight plans up, so it should be there. Otherwise, worst case scenario, I can send it to you via private message in Discord. That's not a problem. Yeah, the snow's coming down. I noticed that. That's cool. Now I will, because we're going to start now when we leave the Falkland Islands on Tuesday evening, we're going to start flying towards Ushuaia or whatever it is. The really, really southern part of Argentina. Obviously we're going to go through Tierra del Fuego first. We're going to see if there's some mesh available, so that we can have a bit of mesh. No, Brett, so did not fly here from the Falkland Islands. So that's the beauty of the Detour, is if the location is way too far away from any other place to, you know, sort of make a flight there. Instead, we will just load up at the location, explore the location, and then sort of head back to our normal streaming. So this is probably one of the only locations that we won't actually be able to fly to as such. There are others, obviously, that we will still need to use helicopters and water aircraft. However, they will probably be flyable from the destinations that we are departing from, hopefully. Yeah, not a problem, Dan. Can do, mate. Can do. At the end of this stream, I've got 2 video thumbnails to do and 2 videos to upload. So that's not a problem. I'll be up for a bit, so I can sort stuff out like that as well. And then I might actually spend some time in the sim and little nav map and just do a few more flight plans. It seems as though the further south we fly, the better the texturing and the mesh and the scenery is becoming. Almost as if the closer we get to Antarctica, the better the scenery is, because obviously there's aerial imaging available for Antarctica. Yeah, exactly right, Brett. Now, so that's it. That brings me to another topic. As we know, Aerosoft is releasing the DC3 sometime, I believe, in early 2022. Now, I am more than happy to obviously fly on the World Adventure into Antarctica. The best location to probably do that from will either be the bottom of Argentina or the bottom of New Zealand, in terms of distance-wise. However, I would certainly be up for exploring Antarctica more in depth as part of the Detour, and I feel like the Aerosoft DC3 would be, or the Junkers would be perfect aircraft to facilitate a stream where we go sort of across Antarctica, assuming that we all have the scenery and the mesh installed that actually makes it worthwhile, because otherwise that would be just sort of a waste of time. But do let me know what you think of that, whether you'd like to just fly into Antarctica or whether you'd like to fly into Antarctica and also do a little bit more Antarctic exploration. Junkers have de-icing question mark. I believe they do. Sean, if you'd like to confirm that, seeing as you're flying the Junkers, does it have de-ice? There is a location between Australia and like Mauritius and all that, but it's much further south. I think it's called Pitcairn Island. Now, it's a very small island that has a very small population of just a couple of people. There's not actually an airport in the sim, however, you can download the airport from flightsim.to, so we may also look at adding that to the flight plans. Would be a good stopover at some point. Yeah, on a 1932 aircraft, what sort of de-icing are we getting? That's pretty good. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving this Blackadder, this whole hand flying the whole thing. Something different, something that we haven't done in a while. Something I haven't done in a while within the sim, other than the Junkers, of course. The ice is problematic. Anybody would think it's cold or something. Well, we can definitely tell that we've entered cold part of the world now. I mean, the water is just ice. Yep, live weather, Brett. Obviously, there is a weather station at this particular location. Touch loud. Oh god, not this shit again. Okay, that should have sorted it out. For some reason it had reactivated the sim within my microphone again. This is very cool. Very, very cool. So, going to try and make our way back along the coast here, come up on a few more glaciers. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I just decided to start, Brett, because I had a conversation with him in Discord and basically concluded that he would be there for a long time and that it was in my best interest to just start streaming. Yeah. Well, you've landed on ice with floats. That's awesome, Sean. That's really, really cool. You can see that some of the terrain again is not been picked up that fantastically by mapping data, but that's alright because we've still got this fantastic sheet of ice and these lovely ridges on the side which seem to have been relatively well picked up. Going to start Thursday night streams, Brett? That sounds good, mate. The ice is slippery. Ah, that's good. That means it has physics, even though it's out here. I like that. I like that a lot. Once I round this part of South Georgia, I might touch down here on the ice and see what happens. I wonder if I can order an aftermarket de-ice system for the DA40 for when we do get into northern Russia and all that sort of area, because otherwise it could be interesting. Well, you can't take off, Sean. That's interesting. Maybe I won't do it then, until Black Evo at least tells me that he can take off. Yeah, I can't wait for Thursday night streams, Brett. That sounds awesome. About what time? Just out of interest, so that I don't encroach into your streams, because I know you tend to stream earlier than I do, and I kind of have the flexibility to push my streams back to, 11 p.m.-ish. So if it's going to be like a usual Brett Plays evening stream at like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. sort of thing, that'll be mint. Awesome, Brett. I will follow your stream with a Microsoft Flight Simulator stream, very likely, on Thursdays. So basically it can be double header Thursdays. In no way am I advocating that you need to hang around for my stream as well, though, mate. I know you operate in a completely different time zone. But that sounds really cool, and I am definitely joining that. Although maybe not this Thursday, because it's the 1 year anniversary with the other half. But future Thursdays, absolutely. 737 MAX 8. Now I saw that... Brett, is that Greco 3D one? And if so, have they improved it enough to make it actually worthwhile paying the $30 purchase fee that it is? Because if it is, I'll absolutely be down to purchase that. Especially if you can get it in Qantas livery. Also, another cool video that should be coming out sometime in October. I actually got permission from Air New Zealand, and I'm currently waiting on permission from Qantas and a couple of other airlines to do some quite cool video montages. I'm not going to divulge too much information about it, but as you can imagine, if I'm having to just double check that it's okay with the airlines, it should hopefully come out pretty good, touch wood. I'm in no way a professional video maker, so I'm speculating and sort of partially saying these things out loud because I'm sort of hoping and praying that it does come out the way that I'm hoping it's going to. But just wanted to, obviously let you guys know that when I was saying that I'm going to take full advantage of the fact that I technically don't have to work much in October because the business is closed, that I will certainly be making an effort well, that was the whole idea, Dan, to intrigue you. Wes bought it too. Sean is back in the air. It had 5 gigabytes of updates. Okay, cool. Well, based on that then, Brett, I feel like it's going to 100% be worthwhile making that purchase. So I will buy that Greco 3D 737 Max. That'll be cool. Absolutely loving the fact that it's snowing. I think that's extremely cool. Well done, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, Brett, because when it was first released, it was, oh my god, what is this shit that I've just spent $30 on? Oh yeah, Brett, you're streaming in the morning, aren't you? I might be awake in time. Depends how long these thumbnails and stuff and videos take to upload. Yeah, flying from Moscow. Rah rah, Rasputin, lover of a Russian. You need to play. Yeah, I know you can't play that during your streams because of copyright issues, but I feel like flying out of Moscow that you need to play that. You absolutely should, Brett. You absolutely should get some sleep. One thing I will do before we end this stream though is I will change my weather to clear skies and we'll go and get some altitude and just have a bit of a from altitude view of the location as well. Oh yeah, that's not a bad suggestion at all, Sean. Bit of Russian classical. In Kazakhstan, nice. You can go see Borat. My name is Borat. My sister, #1 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. Very nice, I like. No? Okay. Shostakovich. There you go. Copyright-free Russian-themed music. Brilliant. Sounds like I'm going to have to get up and join in. What time is it? 9 AM. Oh, shit. Okay. Fair enough. No, that's not a bad thing because it means I'm up, I've done something, I'm motivated, then I need to go to the post office and club Star Trek in the face. Not actually. Collect my item. And then I need to go to the shops and get my last couple of items for my snacks for Garwin. I need to go back to the post office and send that to Garwin. And I need to fit Jim in there somewhere as well. And walk the dog. lot to do tomorrow, but that's alright. So, getting me out of bed for a 9 o'clock stream is probably not a bad thing, Brett. It means by the time the stream ends, I will have eaten, I will have showered, I will be ready to leave the house. Your flaps have iced up, Blackadder. That seems like a potential issue that you may not want to have. Oh wow. Calm down, Cessna. I'm trying to go space shuttle status here on you. I need to let go of the flight stick for a sec to just check my little nav map, make sure that we are in fact heading in the right direction, and we are. Cool. So believe it or not, we're only actually about halfway flown down South Georgia Island here. It's quite big. Just a big lump of ice and snow in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. From Russia with love, Brett. If you've got vodka, you need to turn up to the stream tomorrow with a bottle of vodka in your hand. And I'll cook a bowl of goulash. So when I made this flight plan, I did sort of put the flight plan through the middle of the island. It was more me hoping that the weather would be okay for us to fly through the middle of the island. Unfortunately, it's not, without all of us crashing out of the sky and dying. Oh, you're gonna have Russian coffee then, Brett. Yeah, actually, the daylight savings did, it messed with me in the opposite way, in the fact that I am full of energy right now, because technically it's actually only 11:43 PM based on my body clock. And I would have only just started streaming, you know, like half an hour ago or so. Usually. Been to bed at 1:30 all week. Oh, Brett, you're going to bed later than me some days there, mate. Yeah, true, Brett, true. It will. That's probably the kind of time I'll end up going to bed this evening, but that's cool. I'll be sure to make sure, you know, 6 hours sleep is enough. If I don't do it all the time, feed the cats in the morning. How many cats you got, Brett? Oh, Jesus, Sean, that's not ideal. How do you go about getting another one of those, Sean? Like, is it something difficult? Is it something expensive? What's the deal there? I was going to say, if it was something difficult or something expensive, Sean, wouldn't have an issue in setting up a fundraiser for you there, mate. But if you've got it all under control, that is good news. Two cats, you lock them in the room for the night, as they will meow outside your door or climb on you at 5 a.m. if you leave them out and your door open. Ah, yeah. So, a bit like my doggo. Whenever I wake up in the morning and she's basically got her face on my face. Like, Dad, wake up, it's late. This is at like 9 o'clock in the morning. It's like, piss off, dog. I was up until 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's true, Brett, they will, whereas she knows her limits and boundaries on the bed. She's only allowed up as far as the blanket comes up. Any further, and she gets into trouble. She's not allowed to be on the pillows and all that, because I don't want her to, you know, accidentally pee or something on my pillow whilst I'm asleep. I just wish she wasn't so growly at my housemate. She does not like him. I mean, very true there, Sean, but at the same time, she still does come running at me, just not screaming, and she doesn't come and start hitting me, she just runs full pelt into me, which can be a bit oofed. As you can imagine, having a 12 kilo bundle of meat just come bounding at you. I'm hoping that I am not going to screw myself by doing this. Cutting across the middle here. Cats are in charge and will walk back and forth on my head, and I know they have been in that litter box. Yeah, it's not really a thought you want to process too much there, is it, Brett? Yeah. Guys, I apologise in advance if a big mountain looms in front of us. We're turning back. We're not going to try and climb it. But cannot wait for kids, Sean. Cannot wait. There we go. Digital flight deck is live. Just a plug there for Digital Flight Deck if you are interested in dropping over to his stream once this stream is done. He's an absolute wealth of knowledge when it comes to aircraft, and he does some really cool stuff. Okay, Brett, sounds good. Sounds good. I will look at that. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. I feel like going to the right is going to result in smash, bang, boom. So we're going to make a movement to the left here. And hope. No worries, Brett, mate. You get a good rest, and hopefully I will see you in your stream tomorrow. If I get up in enough time, I will fly alongside. Otherwise, I'll be in probably sometime just after 9 to watch along and enjoy. Alright, so I just need to move it that away. Just check it on the synthetic vision to make sure that we are not flying into death. Oh, I'll bring coffee, don't you worry, Brett. I usually get the percolator on the stove in the morning. Get one of those percolators that does 3 or 4 serves of coffee. Boil that up. Stick it in a tall cup, ice, and almond milk or oat milk or whatever I've got in the fridge, and make myself a massive iced coffee. It's usually how I start my days after less than ideal amount of sleep. I guess you could say, Brett, have fun playing with your pussy. Alright, so I've actually managed to successfully navigate us through this valley without crashing and dying. So that's a good sign. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. This stuttering may not just be the lack of optimization for this scenery as well. It may be the fact that I am exporting videos in the background in my video editing software. So that's probably not helping the scenario. Pretty sure my GPU currently hates me more than it does usually, which is a lot. started yawning. Oh no. This flight is going longer than what I expected. Probably because we're just doing it low and slow and making our way through the middle and all that. You know, Microsoft Flight Simulator told me it would be about 49 minutes of actual flying. Sean says, if you have a female PC, does that handle multitasking better than the male PCs? It does, and it will make you a sandwich as well, Sean. Have you not invested in a female PC yet? Why are you yawning? Why are you yawning? Jeez, this part of the island seems relatively well rendered. But this part of the world could definitely benefit from some mesh. Maybe it's time that I learnt how to software develop and develop a mesh for South Georgia and the Sandwich Islands. I can hear someone is extremely close to me. Yep. Except you're so close I can't even see your bloody name tag. But shout out to whoever's in the Cessna 172 who's ghosting me. So I'm gonna cut in between one of these little mountains that we're heading towards. And then there's going to be quite a lot of small glacier activity. Indala Aviation, hey? Interesting. Who is Indala Aviation? I saw them out there flying earlier on, just in the distance. Indala Aviation, are you in the chat, or have you just come across us in the middle of the flight sim world? I find it very convenient that somebody would be doing a similar flight to us at the same time that we are. But, you know, anything's possible, I guess. Yeah, look, it's not the best rendering, Zach. There's probably not the best map data available in the sim for this particular location. Whoa! This is South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, which is in the South Atlantic Ocean, and it is 810 miles east of the Falkland Islands. So very, very remote, very, very cold. case that wasn't obvious by looking at it, that it was very, very remote and very, very cold. But honestly, Zach, all it needs is a mesh update. Somebody to come in who knows what they're doing with mesh. Oh, it's just frozen water surrounding this part of the island, Garwin. As you can see in front of me, there's normal water. So where we took off from was normal water, and it'll be normal water where we land as well, unless people are flying ski planes, in which point they will fly on the snow, and those who are flying helicopters will fly and land wherever they'd like. Still haven't seen a penguin though. Yeah, I know, it's really disappointing, isn't it, Sean? No penguins, as Benedict Cumberbatch would say. No worries, Garland. Sounds good, mate. Thank you very much for the, fact that you're going to watch the whole chef stream. That means a lot. This one is just a scenic fly around South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, in particular the South Georgia Island, because the rest of it is really not rendered much at all in the sim. Interesting. I noticed on little, even though it's not depicted in the sim, I've just noticed on little nav map that each one of the glaciers has like a NDB or custom waypoint position. Obviously for scenic purposes, tourists who come here on cruise ships, etc. Nice, Sean. I'll remember that at the next pub quiz that I attend. Bruton says, my wife just opened the sliding door and I got hit with a big wall of ozone. Man, that is good stuff. Do you mean oxygen? I know you Americans like to refer to things in a weird way sometimes. Hey, Ndala Aviation. You're from Gabone, Botswana. That's cool. Mate, welcome to the stream. I saw you out in the distance when we were flying along, and it was just like, wow, as if somebody's flying this area at the same time as us. But that's awesome, mate. In fact, I think I've watched your content on YouTube before, because your name is very familiar to me. Yeah, just north of South Africa, with the Makati and the Salt Flats. Lovely part of the world, Ndala. I personally haven't actually travelled there, but I know a little bit about it, mainly thanks to Top Gear. But welcome to the stream, mate. I'll double check that you are the person that I believe you may be in a moment. Because I'm about to, well, actually, you know what? I'm not about to make a landing. I've still got time. 2 seconds. Let's have a look. Oh no, maybe not. I don't know. I can't quite. Do you have... okay. Maybe not, maybe not. Could have sworn there is somebody who streams with a very similar name to Endala Aviation. What you learn from geography, you learn from Top Gear. That's, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, Garwin. Yeah, weather's much better on this side of the island, Sean. But it wasn't when we started. That's why we made a right-hand turn at the start. Because the weather over the left-hand side of the island was disgraceful. Do I need to play ABBA's Arrival? Because Garwin's just arrived. There you go, Garwin. You have a laser printer, hey? Like over with the flex. For a long winter's nap. So you basically, what you're telling us, Garwin, is you're about to hibernate for the winter. Is that what you're about? Ozone. Isn't that what's in the layer? It's got the hole in it. Oh, Fozzie Warbear's here. In his home territory with his Grizzlies. What a life it would be, hey Garwin. Go to bed in the winter all fat and happy, and wake up in the spring skinny and ready to go. Hey. Drew says we're all here now. G'day Drew, welcome to the stream, mate. And same to you, Tanana. Welcome to the stream, you absolute legends. We are actually almost about to land at our landing spot here at the end of South Georgia in the South Sandwich Islands. Oh, g'day, Clocked. Oh, a few people have just jumped in. Has Shane done a bit of a sneaky go check out this guy, has he? He has. What a legend, Shane, you are. Cameron Carpenter says, hey Bryce, where are you? We are on South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, which is a uninhabited, isolated tourist island 810 miles east of the Falkland Islands. So it is basically a location which has a few non-permanent residences, and people come on cruise ships to look at the glaciers and do scenic flights, and that's about it. There's no airports, there's no nothing. But it's part of the world tour and the world adventure that we're doing here on the channel within the sim, and part of that is the Detour, where we literally go and we look at these locations that you cannot access by any other means other than a boat, and we fly around them in aircraft and we, you know, take in the sights. But to everybody who's jumped over from Shane's stream, welcome, legends. If you are at all interested in joining us on any of our usual world tour flights, this Tuesday coming, we will be leaving the Falkland Islands and heading back into Tierra del Fuego in Argentina. So basically, about 4 months ago, we started a round-the-world journey in Kitty Hawk, Kill Devil Hills, in North Carolina. And so far, we've made it down to the Falkland Islands. On a fortnightly to 3-weekly basis, I do cooking on the fly, which is where I create a recipe and a dish based on the location that we are flying over, and then live on stream, I cook that dish for you. And at the same time, I teach everyone how to cook that dish so they can cook along at the time. They can watch the stream back at a later date and make that dish in their own time. So you get dinner and a show, basically. Clive Hawker says, good evening, Clive Hawker, mate. Welcome to the stream. And Metas as well, mate. Welcome to the stream. Pleasure to have you all here. I am going to probably land just on the other side of this little island. Beluga says, hello, I wasn't here yesterday, but I'm back today, Beluga, mate. Welcome to the stream. Absolute pleasure to have you here. So, at the end of when we land here, so Tanana, this location we literally just spawned in on to look at. We are now going to, on Tuesday, head back to Argentina. So once we get to Tierra del Fuego, we fly to the very bottom of Argentina. Then we fly across into Punta Arenas in Chile. Then we fly up the other side of South America, into Central America, into the left hand, or the left half of the United States of America, into the left half of Canada, across Alaska, into Russia, down into Japan. At which custom waypoint am I calling Pigeon? The last one. I'm going to come into land now. However, as I was going to say, probably going to do a bit of a pilot skills / landing challenge once we land here, if people would be interested. So I'm basically landing here because there's people along on this flight who have got skis on their aircraft, so they've got to land on the icy bit, and there's also people in helicopters and all that, so I sort of want to provide a runway for everyone. Beera78 says, hello, Beera, mate. Welcome to the stream. Absolute pleasure to have you here, mate. Hope you are doing well. It is the G1000, Beluga. That is right. Shackleton came here, did he, Tanana? There you go. The things you know. Alright. Not many white caps, so we should be able to bring it in pretty smooth here. There we go. We are down. Let's try and turn it a little bit towards the icy part where everybody else is going to be coming in.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth.
Alright, we will grab the drone out and we will go and have a look at
Fuck's wrong with them? I don't understand.
Hayden says, how do we find you on the map to come for a fly, mate? So, Hayden, we're just finishing this portion of the flight here at South Georgia in the South Sandwich Islands. However, we're potentially going to head over to an airport to do a bit of a pilot skills / landing challenge scenario, which is basically where I get on the ground there, I take out the drone, and we just have some fun flying around, watching everybody come in varyingly stupid aircraft, you know, go from there basically. But I'm just going to grab the drone out now. I'm going to wander over to where the group of people are and basically grab some video of them flying around. Whoop, that's the wrong way. I need to give it a bit more speed. That drone is a little, it's droning on a little too much. Better. Oh, I shouldn't have come up that fast because Blackadder's coming in for a landing. Come on, drone. We can do it. We can do it. Let's catch him. Bruden says, can we skip this song? It's depressing me. What's depressing about it, Bruden? I actually haven't really listened to the lyrics that much, mate.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth.
Very nice, Blackadder. Alright, we'll head over to the icy area here and give those who don't have the water aircraft an opportunity to get on stream landing. Gammy Wombat says, dropping in to say hi everyone. Way too late for me, looks tops and lots flying with you two. Have a great night, morning, afternoon. Everyone, Gummy Wombat, mate, thank you very much for dropping in. If you do love watching widescreen montage showcase of scenery in the sim, I've just dropped Gummy Wombat's channel in the chat. Do give him some love. He puts out some bloody phenomenal content. Knows his way around a sim, knows his way around a camera. So, coming in, no pressure here, Ben, but you are now live. He's here in the Yonkers. Coming down on the ice here, Ben, or are we going for the edge of the water? I'm on the edge of the water in my Junkers JU52. Nice. Yeah, Junkers on floats. Although, as we've already noticed in the sim today, you can sort of use the floats as skis on the ice. And there's Black Evo with a beautiful landing in the Grumman Widgeon. Alright, so if anybody's got any suggestions for a, cool airport with a small runway, or relatively difficult airport, or an airport that they, is their local and they think would be really awesome, drop them in the chat. I'll have a quick Google of them, and we'll pick one or two of them to just go hang out at, and I'll just give you guys some airtime on the stream, basically, which is a very important part of the streams on this channel, is making sure that all the viewers feel as much as they're part of the channel. Alderney and PAFA. Alright, let's start doing some looking up. So, PAFA is Fairbanks International Airport. Right, that looks pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. And then Alderney Airport as well is in Guernsey. Oh, nice. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, shut up, Shane. We've already done Sabah. And NFFO. That came up with non-fossil fuel obligation. Yeah, I don't think that's what we were looking for. But thanks, Google. Oh, Malolo Lai. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, that place. Malolo Lai Island. So, damn, I'm gonna have to make a list of these airports in my Discord, because I'm not going to be able to do all of them this evening. So we have then we have, and then that, and then that, and then that. Okay, so simply because we're going to be going to Fairbanks on the world tour, I reckon we go with Alderney and Malalo Island. So the code you are looking for, the first code you are looking for is I've just dropped it in the chat. If you do want to drop in and get yourselves on stream doing some crazy flying, maybe come in a crazy aircraft or whatever, I will see you all over there in a moment.
Something it's hard to explain. Remember that song we used to sing in the rain? My God, the ice cream we used to consume. Somehow we lost it all when we left that room. Maybe we should have seen that we were both betrayed. What if we could?
Alright, so I have made a list of all of the airports that were just suggested, and we will work our way through that list over the coming weeks of streams, doing sort of 1 to 2 airports a night at the end of the shorter streams that we sometimes have. I added yours as well. It's Hayden. Lizard Island is an absolute killer, mate. Very good suggestion, and we will most definitely head out there. AK-13. Oh, okay. I'll add that one to the list as well. What just happened? Hey, Gummy Wombat with the donation, mate. He says, thanks for super content, just wish the stream was earlier. Well, Gummy, I guess you'll just have to blame Oz Flight Simmer for that. Shout out to Shane for being a legend, but thank you very much, Gummy. I'm just wondering why my animation and all that didn't work in the way that it's meant to work, which is annoying, seeing as I went through and set that all up specifically. But anyway, alrighty, so we are now here at Alderney. I'm going to grab the drone, and we are going to get filming here. A bit more drone speed, about that should be good. So, ooh, this is very cool. Good suggestion, Blackadder. And how cool is that grass runway as well? Like, you don't really see 2 grass runways. You don't usually see them lined like that with markings as standard in the sim, at least in my experience with grass runways. So Sean Dale's in the pit special. Nicely done, Sean. Hey, Glenn's in the Blériot. That's awesome. Hey, going in his long easy. Really cool little airport. We probably will end up coming out here on the World Adventure because I believe it is the only airport in Guernsey. That's alright. Cool as shit. Clocked. We are at EGJA. Hey, Oz Flight Simmer with the donation, mate. Thank you so much for that, especially seeing as I literally just roasted you not seconds before you made that donation. But I guess you're used to the roasting now, and it's probably, you know, it makes you feel loved, I guess. So, no, but very much appreciated, Shane. Thank you for that. Every single time he comes into the stream, Oz Flight Simmer with the donations. Absolute legend. I don't think Alderney Airport has ever been this busy in its life. Luckily, there's multiple runways for you guys to all fly off of. Oh, don't worry about what that... I've given up on what Streamlabs says. I've changed all my settings to Nana, and it still refuses to show up the correct amount in the correct... currency that is donated, so whatever. I just thank people now for their donations because they're greatly appreciated and they are certainly not a requirement. And one day Streamlabs will probably get their shit together. So, is anybody coming into land? Where has my alert box gone? Why isn't my alert box working? Let me try something. The screen's going to go a bit weird for a sec. Right. I wonder if that fixed the problem. And, Drew DeMarinis with the $10 donation, mate. Well, it says $10, it was probably more, or less, or whatever it was actually was. But, anyway, whatever it was, Drew, shout out to you, mate. Thank you so much for the donation. Absolute legend. Huge supporter of the channel, Drew is. An absolute legend. Gives me so much advice and all that outside of the streams as well. Greatly appreciated. Whoa, Fozzie, did you want to cut that any closer there, mate? Far out. Steve Rings coming in. Josh Manchester says, hey, g'day Josh, mate. Welcome to the stream. We are at EGJA. Why can't I remember what G stands for in phonetic alphabet? Because I know what all other three letters stand for. It's extremely frustrating. I get the feeling that Steve might be in a helicopter, but he's not showing up as a helicopter. Hey, Ozright Simmer with another donation. Shane, you absolute legend. Thank you so much for the support. It is greatly appreciated. Really is. Sorry I missed the last bit of your stream there as well, Shane, but when you gave me permission to start streaming, I was like, well, I guess I'm not really going to hang around until 1 a.m. To start my stream. Much appreciated though, mate. You know I hate feeling like I'm cutting into other people's stream time. Golf. God. I guess that makes me a flog for not remembering what golf is. The G is golf. Jeez, whoever that was, Ben. That was a ripper takeoff, but unfortunately you're not flying an aircraft that I have yet. That's another thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you are flying a specific aircraft and you do plan on being in the streams semi-regularly, please do let me know in the chat if you haven't already previously what you are flying, and I will endeavour to make sure I have that aircraft within the sim so you can see yourself as who you are. Metas with the fast flyby and the Tomcat. And what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is we have Black Evo, or Ornate Cornet. He's coming in the Boeing 787 to try and make a landing here at Alderney, which is interesting. Very interesting. It's a typhoon, don't waste your money. Okay, no worries, understood. I will not. Oh, Cameron, this is looking very good. Nicely done. Cameron with the best landing so far of the day that I at least witnessed anyway. Somebody may have done a better landing, but I wasn't watching, so I do apologise for that. Alright, here we have 787 for Alderney. And he's down. That's impossible. You've used like half the runway. The PA28 Turbo Arrow. So Glenn, is that the Just Flight one? Because I accidentally downloaded the Coronado one thinking that was the one. And then realised that I'd just spent $30 that I didn't need to spend. If Steve is not flying a helicopter, he's flying the world's slowest aircraft. big Cessna. That's very big Cessna, Shane. Got to be careful of those Boeing 787 Dreamliner Cessnas that they got these days. I'm surprised that Fozzie Warbear isn't out here in his Captain Sim 777 trying to show Black Evo up. And now he's going with the takeoff in the 787. He's a madman. Absolute madman. Oh, come on. Come on. Ooh, it's a bit of a rough one there, Garwin. In the long EZ. Oh, Ben's in the Spitfire. Now, is that the most recent Spitfire, Ben, or the one from a couple of months ago? Yeah, I am going to get the Just Flight Arrow and Turbo Arrow Glen. When I realised I screwed up, I was like, well, I better save a bit of monies because it's about 70 Australian dollars for the two Hyper Arrow pack, which is not bad of a price. It's just like, ooh, when you've already spent $30 on the wrong aircraft, you sort of go, for God's sake, what are you doing, man? The new one. Okay, cool. I've been considering getting the new one, Ben, so I'll grab the Spitfire, absolutely. It's been something that I've been interested in flying as well. Oh, the Carinado is a newer Arrow. Okay. Steve Rings is in the H145. That would make a lot of sense. Well, Fozzie's providing competition in the 787. I'm just, surprised that he's not in the 777. Is that Meta's trying to take off in a 747 that's showing up as an F-14 Tomcat? Oh God, he's tried to land on the grass runways now. That is not normal, Black Evo. That is not normal. Alright, so we'll be here for a couple more minutes and then we'll shift over to Malololai Island. In Fiji. Hey, Sean Dale with the donation. Thank you so much, mate. Very, very, very appreciative of that. You are an absolute legend. He says to help us down payment for the Just Flight Turbo Arrow, but thanks for all your hard work. Sean, you're a legend. Cheers, brother. And in comes, I think it's Josh. But I probably got that wrong. The Alderney folk are starting to complain about the noise. Yeah, I wonder why, Blackadder. They're probably like, what is going on? Hey, Fozzie's in the 777, but unfortunately because he came in the 787 first up, it's rendering as a 787. Well, that's okay. We're going to have a game of chicken between the 787 and a 777-200 here on the runway. Yeah, see, I knew I'd get it wrong, Josh. Oh, Fozzie Is he off before the water? Yes, he is. Fozzie has got it up, ladies and gentlemen. He's taken the blue pill, and it has been a successful scenario here. Alright, now. Sean Dale says he needs to go. Take care, everyone. Love to you all. Sean, mate, right back at you. Love to you too as well, mate. You look after yourself, good sir. And I'm sure I will see you around. Can he do it? Can he do it? Okay. That's interesting. Supernatural activities occurring at the end of the runway there. He has just disappeared into the atmosphere. That's... Yep, absolutely no sign of him whatsoever. I just realised the music has stopped. Yeah, ghost Boeing. I'm being ghosted by Boeing. Garwin with the $10 donation, I think, because Streamlabs doesn't actually tell me correctly all the time what it is. But whatever it is, Garwin, thank you very much for the donation, mate. Speaking of which, I'm heading to the shops tomorrow to pick up the last couple of ingredients for our snack sharing box setup that we've got going on the channel, and I will be hopefully heading to Australia Post at some point to send it off to you. Speaking of which, I'll need a general idea of where I'm going to be sending it to. You can obviously send that to me in Discord, Garwin. And to anybody else who is watching along and wasn't aware of that, we do very much encourage snack sharing within this channel, between viewers and each other and myself and whatever. If you want to organise something like that, we're very, very much into doing that. And if you do get involved, please do record your reactions, even if it's between yourselves and somebody else. Send them in to me, and I'm happy to upload it to the channel for all of your guys' enjoyment. So, and Black Adder with the donation, mate. Tim, thank you so much for the support. God, you guys are so generous. I mean, tonight was just meant to be a bit of a, you know, nice, short, fun, screw-around stream, and you guys have just blown me away with the donations and the support and the kind words, so I can't thank you enough for that. Alright, let's... If people are down for another, 15 or so minutes of streaming, they want to head to Malololai Island in Fiji. If you are hoping to head over there, I'm dropping the code in the chat now, and I will see you over there. We're only going to be there for about 15 minutes or so, so if you are leaving us on the stream right now, thank you so much for coming along. Very much appreciated, and you look after yourselves. For those of you who are coming along, see you legends over there.
We hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over. Over.
So the good news is that those of you who are going to be flying here at Malololai Islands in real-world weather is that there is a thunderstorm in the area. So have fun. The runway is also only 600 meters long, so have fun.
but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone.
Now, this is actually quite weird for me because I have actually been to this location in real life. Just need to get my bloody aircraft off the runway. So despite the fact that there's supposedly a thunderstorm, it's not actually that windy or anything going. There's only a 4-knot wind here on the ground. I don't know what it's potentially like once you're up in the air, but surprisingly calm for thunderstorm. Little island paradise, this one. Shane, thank you so much for dropping in and bringing all these legends with you. Very, very much appreciated, mate. And thank you very much for the donations as well, good sir. You look after yourself and you do all the stay safe and stay well, and don't do anyone I wouldn't do as well, okay? And I'm sure I will see you in streams, possibly in Brett's stream tomorrow morning. Black Evo, I get the feeling that this might be a real difficult one to do, mate. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He has done it. The 787 off the ground at Malolo-Lailai Island here in Fiji. That's just nuts. Beluga, we can absolutely look at doing that one at some point. I'll add it to the list in the Discord. And I'll also add PAML. Vruden says, I bet I can land in 600 meters. You don't say, Vruden. You don't say in your H135. If you can't land in 600 meters, your pilot license will be revoked. GBVR. I'm not sure what the GBVR is. Looks like it might be a tail dragger of some sort, Steve. What sort of aircraft does this field normally service, says Tanana? So usually Dash 8s and Cessna Grand Caravans is what you would see flying out of here. Meta's coming in hot in the King Air. Hot, hot, hot. Beautifully done. Whoop, Garwin's nose planted the runway. Caravan is a big plane, a Dash 8's an even bigger plane. Yep. Oh God. Right. Well, Ben is feeling lucky, obviously. I like your style, Ben. I like your style. (787) inbound, 747 outbound. The people here at Muscat Cove Resort, which is the resort that's just there, would be going, what is going on? all these massive aircraft. Because it's usually they would people who come to this place fly into Nandi and then jump on a Dash 8 Fiji Airways here into Malalo Island because it's quite a touristy location. Oh, Ben's going. Is he gonna make it? That is... Oh, no. Not quite. Not quite. He's given the plane a good wash on the way out. Oh well, it means when it goes back to its rightful owner that it'll be nice and clean. Alright, who is next to have a bit of a landing here? Hoping to try and get at least everybody on film with one landing before we do end the stream. And it is getting close to 2 AM here, so that gives you an idea of about how long we have left. As Josh comes in the DA40 and he's floating, go round. Oh, wow. Absolutely screaming through there. Cam coming in his Baron. And it's another wonderful touch. Well done. Cam with two absolutely awesome landings that I've caught on video. Fozzie's in the citation. If he doesn't get off at the runway here, does that mean I have to give him a citation for flying a impractical aircraft? Well, actually, the only real person meant to give a citation for flying an impractical aircraft is Black Evo or Ornate Cornet. Because, let's be honest, the 787 at Malalo Island is just stupid. Don't worry, Tanana, I will save those two ICAO codes for when you are next in a stream. That is not an issue at all. Alright, Garwin is basically flying nowhere. Because he's flying the Savage Club. Vruden says, good flight, Bryce. I'll see you in Brett's stream if I'm not too drunk. Vruden, mate, no worries. You look after yourself, good sir. And I hopefully will see you over in Brett's stream in about 7 hours' time. Or less. And don't get yourself too drunk there, good sir. Yeah, of course, Tanana, you requested those locations. We wait for you to be around to see people landing in those locations. That is not a problem. Oh, what a beautiful landing here in the DA62. Clocked has come in and he's clocked an absolutely awesome landing right on time, as quoted. Yeah, no, Beluga, very, very familiar with Barra, and we will absolutely head there. It's an absolute ripper airport. Steve's coming in again. Wow, awesome landing there, Steve. Fantastic, beautiful and soft. Alright, we've got the 787 coming in again. And we've got about 5 minutes left here, ladies and gentlemen. That was a bit rough, Black Evo. Did you plan on replacing the tyres on the aircraft? Bit rough. They're going to need to build a whole new runway here at Malalo Lili now, Black Evo, from your rough landing. Alright, Metas is bringing in the 777-200 and Ben is bringing in the 748. Ran you over in his 787, that's alright, Fozzie. I'm sure you'll survive. You survived and whatever I was trying to say. I've lost my train of thought, so just roll with it. That's how you know I'm getting tired. When the brain just stops thinking mid-sentence. Clive Hawker, mate. Thank you very much for even attempting that. Very much appreciated. Oh god, that was nearly Ben's down in the water. But yeah, no worries, Clive. All good. Of course, there is absolutely no requirement that you must donate, but I do appreciate very much nonetheless that you attempted it, mate. It means a lot. Alright, Metas is here in the Captain Sim. And he's down. Question is, can he stop it in time? That looks so ridiculous, seeing the 787 model with a Pilatus PC6 turbo porter. I've never seen a 787 move so slowly. Metas has washed the front nose of the 777. But what we'll do here is we'll come down here. But ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regards, that does bring us to the end of the stream here. Thank you very much for everyone who did come along, to those of you who flew along, to those of you who were in chat. I do hope you enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed being here as well, which was, you know, 10 out of 10. But to everyone who did donate, massive extra shout out to you legends. Cheers, 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 and more fucking cheers. Very much appreciated. To everybody who did like the video, the new subscribers who came in, absolute legendary stuff from you legends as well. But wherever you are in the world, you make sure that you look after yourself. You make sure that you stay safe. You make sure that you stay well. And you most importantly make sure you don't do anyone that I wouldn't do. And until the next time I see you guys, catch you later, legends. Much appreciated.
Turn you
catching a vibe. We ain't gonna stop for nothing.